patawag ni Vice Enzo, dito na Vice. Ay, isa pala kawa niya, dito pala kawa, dito pala kawa.
Okay, may buntag. The second special session for the year 2025 is now called to order. Please rise for opening prayer to be led by Honorable Sebelino, followed by the national anthem, provincial hymn, and city hymn.
In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, recognizing your constant guidance in our lives and in the service we render to the people of the city of Mati. Thank you for the gift of public trust and the opportunity to lead with compassion, wisdom, and integrity. As we gather for this special session, we humbly ask for your divine presence to dwell among us. Grant us clarity of mind and purity of intention as we deliberate on matters that affects the lives of our constituents. May our discussion be fruitful, our decisions just, and our actions aligned with our common good. Guide us, Lord, in making decisions that uplift the lives of the people, especially the most vulnerable. All this we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Kawilihan ng tanan, umahal na Davao Oriental, langit mo mapaway. Yang kabutayan, yang kapatagan, mayaman ay magandahay. Mas tihain pa kami kumanto, kami mo uli anikan mo. Isang kadyawan mo walang kasiran ng mati, nanyaman mo di ang kaati. Sang kakayan, sang kapatagan, sang kadagalan, kabayayunan. Mga nangyang masyalipay, kayang palibot magandahan. Pinagdano, tagamati, matinahurot, yung tagamati, manginang. Tagamati, matinahurot, tagamati, matinahurot, tagamati, matinahurot, sa Diyos labang makagagahon. Tagamati, matayaw, tagamati kami.
Mr. Secretary, proceed with the roll call.
Honorable Samuel Rodriguez, Honorable Delphine Miones, Honorable Tara Marina Batgaita, on leave, Honorable Sina Princess Campos, Honorable Edmundo Pang Jr., Honorable Abilino Capina Jr., Honorable Armand Valera, Honorable Sandra Paul Alcantara, Honorable Jerome Deang Hirang, Honorable Rogelio Pabio, Honorable Daniel Macaubos, Honorable Tomas Sevilleno, Honorable Lorenzo Leon Girabat.
Present.
Quorum, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Kindly proceed with the next item.
For discussion and included in our order of business, communication number 164, since 2025, an urgent letter from the local chief executive, Honorable Mayor Michelle Rabat, addressed to Honorable Lorenzo Leon G. Rabat, City Vice Mayor, through the SP Secretary, requesting for approval and adoption of City Development Council Executive Committee Resolution number 04, Series 2025, the proposed calendar year 2025 Supplemental Annual Investment Program number 03 of the City of Mati, amounting to 65,921,793 and 50 centavos, referred to Chairman Committee on Finance, the Honorable Abilino Capina. Communication number 165, since 2025, an urgent letter from the local chief executive, Honorable Mayor Michelle N. Rabat, addressed to Honorable Lorenzo Leon G. Rabat, City Vice Mayor, to the Secretary, requesting for the approval and adoption of the Local Finance Committee Resolution number 05, 06, and 07, referred to the Honorable Abilino Capina Jr. And last communication, Mr. Chair, communication number 166, CS 2025, an urgent letter from the local chief executive, Honorable Mayor Michelle Rabat, addressed to the Honorable Sangguniang Panglusod members through Honorable Lorenzo Leon G. Rabat, City Vice Mayor, regarding the proposed General Fund Supplemental Budget number 03 for calendar year 2025, amounting to 65,921,793 and 50 centavos, referred to the Chairman Committee on Finance, the Honorable Capina. That's all for communications, Mr. Chair.
For discussion, Honorable Capina is recognized.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Good morning to the members of this august body. Mr. Chair,
May buntag.
good morning, and I have here 3 communications referred to the Chairman at to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with this today's special session, we have invited the members of the Local Finance Committee endorsing these 3 communications to shed lights, to give explanations with regards to the queries of the members of this august body, because I believe this is a collegial duty of the members of the Sanggunian, no? So being the chairman, I facilitated the invitation of the Local Finance Committee again to give an explanation for any queries, any questions from all members of this august body, Mr. Chair. So with this, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask question from the chairman committee on rules, if we have to suspend the rules before we are going to have our discussions together with our Local Finance Committee members.
Thank you. Honorable Miones is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Based on the communication and messages here, the local chief executive, especially communication number 166, an urgent letter from the local chief executive, Honorable Mayor Michelle N. Rabat, dated June 9, 2025, addressed to the Honorable Sangguniang Panglusod members through Honorable Lorenzo Leon G. Rabat, City Vice Mayor, Ray, General Fund Supplemental Budget of Budget number 3 for calendar year 2025 amounting to 65,921,729 pesos. This is the urgent request of the Mayor. However, under Resolution number 6 and number 7, only a total amount of 56,262,220. We cannot talk about 65 million because the total amount of based on Resolution 6 and 7 is only 56,262,220. How could we talk the amount of 65 million where the resolution is only in the amount of 56 million?
Okay,
We cannot talk about that 65 million, Mr. Chair.
There is a query from the Honorable Miones regarding the amounts for the two resolutions. Does anyone care to answer?
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Gapinia.
As requested earlier, Mr. Chair, we would like to hear it from our local Finance Committee, Mr. Chair, so we can address all the queries regarding these three communications, Mr. Chair. So, in order to have our local Finance Committee members, I would like to request Honorable Delphine Miones for the suspension of the House rules, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Miones.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I move for the suspension of the House rules.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Miones for the suspension of House rules. Do any members second this? Seconded by Honorable Alcantara. If there are no objections or discussions, the House rules are now suspended. May we invite our City Budget Officer to the session floor. Ito sa 9 million lagi. Yes, ma'am. Welcome sa among regular session.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all the honorable members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. Good morning also, Vice, and all the people present here today. Okay, I would like to explain with regards to the question or answer the question of the query from Honorable Miones. With regards to the resolution submitted, it's actually it does not sum up to 65 million because of the 9,659,573, which is not requested for reversion of appropriation. It's already a fund transferred to the government or to the city government from the PhilHealth office. So we do not. It is not required for a reversion of appropriation. With regards to the new resolutions, resolution number 6 actually is a request for a reversion of appropriation. Same with resolution number 7. But if you are going to add the two resolutions, it's right, madili gyud siya niabot of 65 million. It's because of the 9 million addition, which is a fund transferred from the PhilHealth Fund. That's all, sir.
Thank you. Are there any further questions from any members? Are there any queries from the members? Honorable Campos.
Can I request 1 minute recess, Mr. Chair?
A few minutes recess is declared.
CBCEC. Communication number 164. Communication number 1.
But kung na yung 9 million additional funds other than the 65 million from your committee,
It's not included.
Wala, included na.
why?
Late pa mas
Mautong wala na bill. Pansin. Ang
Ano?
ito health board resolution.
Tara mo
It's here ba on the adoption, right?
Wala din natin.
The problem kasi, you included in your appropriation ordinance number 3, ordinance 2, pasaran ng bagong na.
We don't need to pass it now. We discussed that para sa ready na committee. So wala na. Pero should we convene into a committee as a whole today para wala lang committee meeting?
Yeah, for the
For the
recommendation.
recommendations. Diba?
Yes, Vice.
Diba? Mag-convene na natin into committee as a whole today. Para Ma'am Yaying and Sir Josh are already here. Para mo na yung committee meeting. Kaya committee meeting pa na sa Monday or Tuesday. Mo lang yan ng
Discussion. Final product of Tuesday.
Sige, just raise. Sorry. Ingat.
Vice. Anaman dire sila Ma'am Yaying o si Sir Jos. Kay balota nga ang kadtong health fund is gamitonon to siya sa panglawas o pangbayad sa medisina. Kanang 9.6 million. Kay balo po ta katong 10 million savings to siya from different offices. So, napoy kinahanglan to obligasyon. Kung oyon ang grupo nga kadto lang ang ipasa nato sa supplemental budget o aprobahan o niya katong 46 million ilib lang sa nato to nga ang pasabot na ko guys, kung masabutan na to karon nga ang atong ipasa nga supplemental ordinance number 3 kadtong 10 o kadtong 9 why nga tupalo naman na masabutan na to nga i-include na to sa atong agenda karong yes mo na
Pero aprobahan siya na ito nga ma-include.
Kung depende sa sa mag-refer po to.
Katong 46.
46.
Pwede. Katong 19 mo. 9 ang bante.
Katong budget, dili na na. Ipasal kong 46.
Lagi.
Sa next admin. Ay napagsabot sa next issue na 46.
Total ang 46.
Iklaro na ko, Vice. Ang 46 million, wala na itakil na to on the next session. But we wait for the new administration. Dili, ang pasabot na mo,
Kailangan pa nato mabalik sa CDC o CDC.
pa-aproban pa. Pa.
Explain na lang nila po
Recess man. So, mao ni si Sir Jos o si Ma'am Dimpas. Mambagay de. So, tulo man ni sa ka-item. Ang one result
ang explanation sa iyang local health board, di ba siya ang technical?
so mo kanta. Assume ta.
Ang mahitabo, kung uyon ang tanan, ipasok nato itong local health board resolution for adoption. For adoption kay pwede. I-adapt. I-adapt na to para resolution sa CDC as a local finance. So, possibly, dapat makakonvene ang local finance to change their resolution at the same time ang CDCEC para matakil na ito siya on Tuesday. Bali, di na ito mabalik sa sinisika. Di na ito mo balik sa sinisika. Pero katong suggestion na ang ipasa, for the 65, kahit lang yung sayo, o kahit yung savings, dito pa na lang. Kanto.
kadungnayan para sa piyapon sa narito.
I-approve lang yung SELEC resolution. SELEC resolution. Supplemental Article 65 million. I-approve ni... I-adopt yung resolution number 5, which is the 9 million. I-adopt yung resolution number 6, which is the 10 million. I-hold sa ating resolution number 7. I-hold sa ating supplemental Article number 20. Okay. It will be discussed on the next session. Oh, no, we won't approve it today. Then let's discuss each itong communication 164. Can we advertisement program kami? Pwede yung i-adopt sa wala question. Adopt sa talugan na resolution 916. Pwede i-adopt. Hindi lang natin i-adopt ang resolution 7 and supplemental. So we all agree na kaya So Ma'am Yaling can explain each item. Okay.
Since pasal ng 10, 46D, so tanang 46D pas going na yun ito ba yung
Balik mo sa original purpose.
Hindi na siya matando.
Okay, kindly settle down. Does everyone, before we begin, does everyone have a copy of the LHB resolution? Okay. Session is resumed. Honorable Fabio is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. On the special session today, the God Local Chief Executive sending a letter to the 7 City Council requesting this is to endorse to the honorable body of the following City Health Board resolution for approval and adoption. So the mayor sent a communication with the approved local health board resolution number 17, series of 2025, a resolution favorably endorsing a supplemental budget in the amount of 9,609,553 pesos and 50 centavos to fund priority health program project and activities under the special health within the city of Mati, within the Mati health system. So, Honorable Presiding Officer, I would like to ask permission to my colleague of the 7 City Council that this communication number 17, series of 2020,
167.
communication
67. Resolution 17.
Under communication 167, series of 2027, to be included in our order of business today in special session. I do so move.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Fabio. There's a request by the Honorable Fabio that communication 167 regarding resolution number 17 from the local health board be included in the order of business. Are there any objections? If there are none, please take note, Mr. Secretary.
Properly noted, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Fabio is still recognized.
Honorable Presiding Officer, we
Honorable
committee-
Miones is recognized.
under the committee as a whole.
Honorable Miones.
Thank you so much, Councilor Fabio. But however, we are still under suspended House rules. I move first for the lifting of the suspended House rules. Then we will tackle the request of Councilor Roger Fabio. Ah, 1 minute recess, Mr. Chair.
Recess is declared.
Ato sang i-lift ang nasuspend nato. Chair, and thank you also, Councilor Fabio. Since there's a request of Councilor Fabio, I move for the conversion of this House into committee as a whole. I do so move.
Thank you. There is a motion by the Honorable Miones for the conversion of this body into a committee as a whole. Do any member second his motion? Seconded by all. We are now converted into committee as a whole. Honorable Fabio is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. The communication 167 open for discussion.
Thank you. The floor is now open for any discussions regarding communication 167 as presented by Honorable Fabio. If there are none, please proceed.
I move for the adoption on the communication 167 for as a whole, committee as a whole recommendation.
Thank you. There is a motion by the Honorable Pabio for the adoption of a committee as a whole recommendation for communication 167. Do any member second his motion? Seconded by all. If there are no objections or further discussions, this motion is carried. Few minutes recess is declared. Session is resumed. Honorable Miones.
I move for the conversion of this August body into a committee as a whole.
Plenary.
I'm for the plenary, back to plenary, Mr. Chair. I stand corrected, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by the Palitag Jollibee. And there's a motion by the Honorable Miones for the conversion of this committee back into plenary. Members to second this. Seconded by all. We are now back into plenary. Honorable Pabio is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Gutom na daw si last term. I move for the passage resolution confirming the approval and adoption of resolution number 17, series of 2025, a resolution favorably endorsing a supplemental budget in the amount of 9,659,573.50 to funds priority health programs, projects, and activities under the Special Health Fund within the City of Mati Health System. I do so move, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Pabio for the adoption of a resolution, seconded by all. If there are no objections, motion is carried. Few minutes recess is declared. We'll discuss now the 164, 165 by Kapinya. Do you have to convert back into a committee as a whole?
Ang 165 ay wala, istoryahan by 0506.
Mag-committee as a whole ta, di ba? Di wala pa may committee meeting eh. So when we, di ba? I-lift na, consdo, dili na ta kinahanglan suspended ang House rules kay urgent man ni. I-lift ang suspended House rules. Then mag-committee as a whole ta to discuss 164 and 165.
Exclude lang tong kamay.
Pero sa committee as a whole, isang katong observation.
Yeah. I-lift ang suspended House rules and then mag-committee as a whole ta.
165 and 164.
Tama no? Mag-committee as a whole ta. Yeah. I-adapt. No,
Pero di naman siya refer sa supplemental budget.
AIP lang.
Sa supplemental.
Yeah.
Nakagani observation mo ta.
May observation na to.
I-adopt siya, kaya nakakago dito ang 10. Nabuli na ang 9. Pero sa supplemental budget, wala na ng 46. Only 9 and 10 ang...
No,
I-adopt na to siya with katong observation lagi nga, ang katulang duha ka item ang
Wait lang, 164?
164.
Can you check 164?
Kaning 65 million.
di,
AIP man siya. Okay naman siya, Yadam. For plan. Reference na siya sa... Sige, sige.
Yeah. Session is resumed. Honorable Miones is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. In order to address the communication number, address the letter request from the local chief executive, especially communication number 164. Again, I move for the conversion of this august body into committee as a whole. I do so move.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Miones for the conversion of this body into a committee as a whole, seconded by all the members. We are now converted into a committee as a whole if there are no objections. Honorable Capinia is recognized.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Mr. Chair, members of this august body, together with our local finance committee members in the person of Ma'am Yaying Dimpas and Sir Josh Purgatorio, the floor now is open for any queries regarding communication number 164-2025, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. The floor is now open for any queries regarding communication 164. Honorable Campos.
Mr. Chair, regarding communication number 164 series of 2025, I would like to ask the proponent if why do we have to pass the entire 65 million po na budgetanan for the AIP?
There's a question by the Honorable Campos. Honorable Capinia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I believe this is just for the annual investment program. Reference ni siya sa mga programa nga dapat mabudgetan, but as discussed earlier, not all these items will be included in our proposed supplemental budget number 3. Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, so it is, I would like to clarify again na these are just plans. So, dili tanan ma-implement ni Ani. 65 million was proposed, but we plan not to approve the 46 million worth. So the available fund is only 10 million and additional 9 million, a total of more or less 19 million. So I'd like to clarify, with the annual investment plan of a total of 65 million, we can only utilize the 19 million. Am I right, Mr. Chair?
If the nine... Are you directing your question to me?
I address to you, so you can address to him.
Honorable Capinia.
Yes, Mr. Chair, as per requested and observation of Councilor Roger Pabio earlier, during the proposed supplemental budget number 3, only that 10 million and the 9.6 million will be included in our supplemental budget, and the rest of the amount in this 65 million will not be included in our supplemental budget, Mr. Chair. Proposed supplemental budget number 3.
Thank you, Honorable Capinia. Are there any further questions?
Additional question, Mr. Chair. I think even if this is just an annual investment plan, we are allowed to question why some of the items were proposed this late, with the remaining of 2 weeks na lang po bago ta mag-change term into new administration. So some of those questions are as follows, and I believe it can be answered right now since our budget officer is here and also our city planning officer is here. So one question, Mr. Chair, is under resolution number 4, series of 2025, which is under the 20% development fund that is in the plan with a total of 65. So one question that I want to ask, Mr. Chair, is this improvement of street lights worth 14,441,000. So again, Mr. Chair, a total of remaining 2 weeks na lang from the present administration, why the need to put it in a plan right now, ang 14,441,000? And under the annual investment program, Mr. Chair, the starting date suggested kay dapat January pa unta. And the end should be, the completion should be December. And we are already in the mid-June na po. So these are some of my questions addressed to our proponent. Since nag-meeting sila with City Planning, Mr. Chair, why are these proposed right now?
Thank you. We are still under suspended House rules. You can invite a resource person.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. With this, thank you very much, Councilor Campos, for the query. And may I request our City Planning Officer, member of... Okay, so since we are still in the committee as a whole but not suspended House rules, Mr. Chair, may I request Councilor Miones for the suspension of the House rules.
Honorable Miones is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. In order to give way to our local finance to see the slide, I move for the suspension of the House rules. I do so move.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Miones for the suspension of House rules, seconded by all. House rules are now suspended.
Thank you. Again, Mr. Chair, may I request our City Planning Officer to shed lights with regards to the query of Honorable Campos, Mr. Chair.
Let's welcome Sir Josh, our City Planning Officer, to the session floor.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, on a clarificatory question with regards to the adoption of Supplemental Annual Investment Program number 3, it should be noted that this is just an indicative plan for investment for a particular year. Now, only the items provided in the annual investment program with funding shall be implemented. So that means other items without approved budget definitely cannot be implemented. It will wait for the time that it will be provided with an authorized budget. That's the time that there is a reference for implementation. The second point with regards to the timeliness of the other items. No, for example, those items included in the 46.2 million, this amount is actually taken from the previous items identified in the approved budget for calendar year 2025. However, with the passage of the new ordinance on the Community-Driven Development Ordinance, these items in the 2025 annual budget is also affected. It implies that this amount of 46 million, which is 26 million for hard, chargeable against 20% development fund, and the balance chargeable against the general fund can no longer be implemented because of the repeal of the previous law that provides for these programs at the barangay level. So since the local finance is not only preparing for investment programming and consideration for appropriation or budgeting of items with respect to elections and the change of leadership, it always adheres to the principle of continuity. The view of the local finance is to ensure that when the new set of officers will assume office by July, all priority programs identified is on the pipeline of being an implementation ready. Though 2 weeks from now, the new set of officers will assume office, obviously, the 20% development fund can no longer be quickly implemented because by nature, these are items that strictly requires procurement procedure. So it follows that items as cited as sample a while ago, particularly on the improvement of street lights. This is subject to procurement, so definitely no transaction in as far as this item will take place from today until the end of this month. So definitely the full swing of implementation will be in the second semester. And for the information also of this August body, the office responsible for the implementation will furtherly examine the requisites, because though they have already, the engineering office have already prepared the proposed project design of all these items. However, due to the availability of only 26 million for the 26 barangays, there is a process of reassessing that only portion of the demand of the community will be funded for a particular period. So, meaning we are considering that such is favorably endorsed for consideration in this time's supplemental, so that the offices concerned can also move forward by updating and revising the program of works of all the priority programs chargeable to this particular item. But, well, we can assure these members of the August body that all those that really requires procurement, definitely all of those cannot be implemented within 15 days remaining for the month of June. So we in the local finance will always assist to ensure that the programs and project identified, particularly on the 20%, as much as possible, masiguro nato nga ma-implement within the year, because that's the general rule as far as the utilization of 20% development fund. I hope, Mr. Chair, I was able to answer the query. Thank you.
Thank you, City Planning Officer Sir Josh. Are there any follow-up questions?
Just a petty question, Mr. Chair. Since Sir Josh Purgatorio said that this does not involve politics and the city planning just adheres to the continuity of the projects and proposals and the plannings for the administration, no matter who is in the chair, why pass it now, at 2 weeks remaining for the previous mayor, sir? Why not let the new administration 2 weeks from now to decide what plan they want to add? And if these are like good programs, kumbaga, maayo nga mga programa, ngano wala ni siya napasa way back January pa lang or February pa lang po? Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Anyone care to answer the question of Honorable Campos? Sir Josh.
Mr. Chair, the changes of the items or the programs and projects identified for the supplemental budget, no, particularly the 26 million component of the 46, this was identified for consideration for reversion or realignment, for reason that the ordinance, as the new reference of these items, the community-driven development ordinance was passed in March. So we cannot change, we do not have the basis of recommending for realignment or change of project in January because we do not have the reference. And we did not submit that proposal within the election period because we also consider the prohibitions. And in fact, it cannot also be implemented during that time. So we believe in the local finance that the best time to submit for such proposed measure is after the election so that it would be ready when the new set of officers will assume office and exercise the implementation of this project, because previously these items are expected to be transferred, no, to the barangay. But it was found out that it would be more efficient if such will be directly implemented by the city. So hence, the community-driven development ordinance repealed the previous ordinance nga naging basihan for this particular item. With regards to the identified priority programs here, this is not, or these items are not priorities identified by single office, but these priority programs like improvement of community-based water system as emphasized, improvement of street lights and the like, are actually the needs identified at the Purok level during the Purok Ugnayan beginning, I think, third or fourth quarter last year that concluded in January or February this year. So what we did is consolidate all those responses, and the result shows nga complementary siya sa scope of priorities of the community-driven development ordinance that includes health and sanitation, social protection, disaster preparedness, and solid waste management. So we were not surprised, but we are convinced that there is really a need of giving premium to these concerns at the community level. When the City Engineering Office submitted the assists program of work of these items, the cost actually is very high, meaning it's more than 1 million, 2 million in each item. So the local finance examined that we cannot just put one thing at one time at one barangay. So since the results of the survey or the consultation at the barangay level suggest these 4 major areas of concerns, and that the ordinance also requires that of the 1 million allotment for each barangay, 30% goes to disaster preparedness and solid waste management. So the 70%, we examine that it is better provided for the remaining items nga priority nga na-identify sa ato ang concerned purok. So these are actually the basis why these items came into as a proposed items for funding in this supplemental budget. However, it is upon the decision of this sanggunian should these items be held in abeyance for the meantime and that be furtherly evaluated in the next in the new administration. That would also be fine, but rest assured we will always be there to assist our management to determine what are the supposed items that would be funded by that time. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Are there any follow-up questions?
Mr. Chair, last 2 clarifications, Mr. Chair. For the 20% development fund, Mr. Josh Purgatorio said that this is under the suggestions of the previous community-driven ordinance, which is the ugnayan ng mga purok. Am I right, sir? Can you furnish us a copy of the results of their voting? Why this 5 major projects that you suggested was the top of their suggestion para sa ilang mga barangay, specifically improvement of community-based water system, street lights, access road, and flood mitigation project, and community-based solid waste management program. That's just a request po, sir, that you furnish us a copy of that. Minutes perhaps can do. And Also, I would like to clarify and wrap up. By nature, Mr. Josh Purgatorio said that the remaining 26 million of the 20% development fund by nature requires procurement procedure. Tama ba, sir? Kamo ba nang magbiding-biding po ang mga contractor, right? So sure na nga dili ni ma-utilize kay wala kulang na sa adlaw. And we are now June 13. So last 15 days dili na pwede magbidding. So sure na ba jud nga dili ni matandog or dili ni magamitan kaning 26 na development fund. Kaya again, i-propose raman ni karon as plan lang for the next term. But can you guarantee me right now that 100% of this proposed development fund program will not be utilized or will not be materialized maski piso po, sir, para ani nila nga project? Since ingon ka 15 days, but we are June 12, we are June 13, we still have 17 days. Or 16 days. But I don't know if counted ang Saturday or Sunday, sir. But if you can guarantee me, then that's okay.
Mr. Chair, it's guaranteed that it cannot be utilized for the very reason that it has no authority for utilization as of the very moment. Unless otherwise, this august body will adopt or approve the supplemental ordinance, that's the time that there is a preliminary basis. But in consideration of the requirement in the implementation, procurement in particular, the remaining days before the month of June ends would not warrant a satisfactorily compliant procurement procedure before the actual implementation of the project. It's guaranteed, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Are there any... Were those your last two questions?
Mr. Chair,
That's
sorry,
one,
if
Mr. Chair.
I may add, there is a request for the document. We will provide, Mr.
Thank you so
Chair,
much.
all the results of the per barangay procedure of the consultation in identifying those priority needs and interventions of the 26 barangays.
Thank you, Sir
Last,
Josh.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Josh Purgatorio clarified that 100% it would not be implemented unless voted upon the supplementary budget if approved. So there is still a possibility, by the way, na mahilabtan gihapon ang amount. Well, by the way, that is for the hard projects. So this is my last question. Since ingon si Sir Josh, dili mahilabtan ang hard projects kay kailangan pa og procurement, what about this soft project nga 20,200,000 po? What is the breakdown of this? And mahilabtan pa ba ni sa karon nga term given na 2 weeks na lang ang nabilin and 20 million ang amount? And if kaya mahilabtan, up to what extent or how much sa 20 million ang pwede pa magamit sa current administration?
Thank you. There's a question by the Honorable Campos. Sir Josh, please.
Mr. Chair, with regards to the soft component of that 46 million, actually that is the same program, only that there is a change of the object of expenditure. Because the original item, the object of expenditure is subsidy to LGU. That's in reference.
The 20 million po, sir, not the 46.
Yes,
20
that's
million
part
po,
of the 46, which is the remaining 20 million plus. That's the same project, kaso lang balik ko nako because of the object of expenditure. Without reverting it and reverting it and fund it again to the same project, considering that the object of expenditure is subsidies to LGUs, definitely it cannot be implemented anytime sa tibuok tuig. So this item actually is for the community works of our Sangguniang Barangay, barangay functionaries. There is also component of that for the barangay operations. Maura po na sa ang original item. So, i-change lang ang iyang object of expenditure with respect to nga ang kita na sa LGU ang directly mag-implement. So, maura na iyang very reason nga nganong nasulod siya nga the same item of the same project. Now with regards to the jurisdiction to implement, that is only good for the second quarter ang pwede ma-implement if napay transaction, no? And I think the local finance has the idea of transactions is only until today, no? Okay, we have to wrap up as well. So if dili na gyud siya ma-authorize, wala gyud transaction also on that particular item. And the remaining days would not warrant for the processing of those items. It's the same circumstance. So again, the soft component, which is 20 million plus na lang ang bilin, that's for the second, third, and fourth quarter na lang na siya. Dili pod sa ma-implement in full, kay ang ihang implementing requirement as planned is by quarter. Dili siya pwede ma-release in lump sum and one time sa kada barangay. So definitely, dili na siya feasible ang transaction in utilizing such component nga ato siyang gi-include for supplemental budget because of our newly approved ordinance on community-driven development.
In short, Mr. Chair, sa 20,200 million, Sir Josh Purgatorio said that it would be released tagi-tagi per quarter. And the only quarter that could be catered is the second, third, and fourth. So we are still in the second quarter. Last 2 weeks, again, same question. Last 2 weeks of this administration, to win 20,200,000, how much is the maximum possible she can get or our government can use for this remaining 2 weeks, Mr. Chair?
Well, granting, no, for the sake of discussion, if there is a possibility that it can be released, that's 26 in total for the whole year. So 50% of that for the remaining 2 quarters, which is 13 million. So 20 million and less 13, more or less, the 7 million. For the sake of discussion, but I am not saying that it will be released and that it should be released. For the sake of discussion, more or less, it's 7 million that would be allowed, but shall, dili po tipasabot nga shall be, but would be allowed, granting if there is an authority to do so. The remaining 50%, because it's subject to ano man siya, revenue, revenue-based man, mo ng quarterly ang programming.
Sa 20 million, sir, the maximum na pwede ma-utilize for the remaining 2 weeks is 7 million. Am I correct?
More or less is 7 million.
That is the maximum.
Yes, 13 million, kasi 26 man na siya.
Yes.
So 50% of that is actually for the 2 remaining quarters of the year. So if we have 20.2 million, so there would be 7.2 million more or less, if my mathematics is correct.
Your mathematics is correct, sir, but my question, is it possible na mulampas sa 7 million, sir?
I don't think so.
Is it possible, yes or no?
I don't think so. It's possible because that is the only allotment. We have a allotment release per quarter or per semester. We cannot go beyond unless there is an obligatory circumstance that would allow us to really consider the allotment for the following semester. But under normal circumstance, we have to abide with the allotment release per semester, and that would be our limit for that kind of transaction.
So if our present administration will ask 10 million day akong kinahanglan, dili 7 nga maximum para karon nga term.
No, that cannot be.
That cannot be possible. What about what you said regarding obligatory circumstance, sir? If there is an obligatory circumstance presented, is it possible na mulampas sa 7 million na allotted?
That depends on the activity. That is just a sample. But in the
Yes.
case under discussion, that cannot be possible.
But if presented with the obligatory circumstance,
Because-
it can be possible, right?
Well, again, that depends on the project. But in the case at hand, that is not possible because this is a fixed appropriation. And the ordinance provides that of the 26 million per quarter ang iyang release, there is a distribution.
Yes.
That 40%, 50%, and 1%. So therefore, we cannot go beyond 13 million per semester or a 6.5 million per quarter. So it is a fixed limitation.
We are on the second quarter, sir. Pwede pa ba makuha ang first quarter?
Ay mo nang 20 plus na lang na siya because the first quarter was already transacted, governed by the previous. And ang nabilin on record man na siya kung unsa na lang nga barangay ang narilisan sa previous pa nato nga reference. Ang naka-change panggod sa ato karon is our community-driven ordinance. This is actually the very reason why there are adjustments with these items.
Sir, follow-up question lang ko atong imong giingon. Unsa pasabot sa nagamitan na?
Naanay
Ang
na-release
amount.
kay quarterly man na, Mr. Chair, sorry.
Opo.
Naka-release na ta kay quarterly releasing man ang processing ananiya. So, nanay naka-process before, so that is why 20.2 na lang ang atong available nga i-realign no nga naapsan out of 26. Kay nilabay naman atong first quarter. So June na ta karon, last month of the second quarter. Pero wala na to na siya matandog because of the ordinance that was enacted in March. So March is the last month of the first quarter. And that is also the beginning of the election activities. So there was no transaction and we cannot also transact. We cannot allow transaction for that because it is already governed by the new ordinance. Manginahanglan pa sa og supplemental budget para na authority to utilize that item. Mao na nga karon pa nato na brought out after na sa election.
Clarify lang nako, sir, ha. 26 million supposedly. Now here is 20.2. Naa ba tay supplemental budget para sa 26 million?
Mr. Chair, dili na nato i-supplemental budget ang 26 because the 26 is already provided in our 2025 annual budget. So from January to portion of March prior to the enactment of the ordinance, we implement in accordance with our previous ordinance for that CTH soft plus the appropriation ordinance that provides the authority for such funding. But after that period, katong naanang ato ang CDD ordinance, dili na nato siya ma-implement. Muna nga, ang nabili na lang after that March is 20.6. Muna ang atong gi-recommend for supplemental karon para ma-implement siya in accordance with the new CDD ordinance.
So, it was legal, sir, nga nagamit na ang 6 million. Wala pa napasaning supplemental.
Yes, of course, because it is already authorized by virtue of the appropriation ordinance for calendar year 2025 in the ordinance sa ato ang support to barangay development nga effective pa during that period.
It was stated on the appropriation ordinance, same item name po, sir?
Yes. Only that the object of expenditure sa atong appropriation ordinance, it is subsidies to LGUs. So, balikon nako, pag abot sa ato ang bag-o nga ordinance, dili na pwede ang object of expenditure nga subsidy to LGUs. Kay kita naman ang direct nga implementor as LGU. So, it has to be reverted and fund for the same purpose of different object of expenditure. That's the only difference.
Thank you, Sir Josh.
Sir, last clarification. Pwede di ay gamiton ang kwarta through appropriation ordinance lang, bahalag wala na approve ang supplemental.
Sir Josh.
Mr. Chair, the appropriation ordinance enacted by the Sanggunian before the end of a particular year, that is the budget, the authorizing the budget for the following year, that is the mother of all appropriation ordinance. The supplemental ordinance is by its nature supplementary to the already authorized law or existing law based on available funds nga mo warrant for another appropriation considering nga wala to siya masulod in that mother appropriation ordinance. Hence, referred as a supplemental ordinance, Mr. Chair.
Wala na incorporate sa appropriation ordinance, sir?
No. Ang atong item, Mr. Chair, is already in the appropriation ordinance. So, dili na nato isulod sa supplemental unless na ay changes like in the object of expenditure as explained kaganina. Kung na ay changes, di na nato ma-implement, ato siyang ibalik ang iyahang funding para atong isupplemental para ma-implement nato siya. O nanatay authority to do so.
Clarify na ko, sir, last. On our appropriation ordinance, 26 million ang nakabutang. For this specific item, Barangay Integration for Development and Action, Strengthening Barangay Peace and Order Initiatives. 26 million.
Yes, Mr.
And
Chair.
this supplemental will be on top of that? Or
Mr.
is under that?
Chair, it's not on top of the 26 because in the appropriation ordinance, as what I have mentioned, the object of expenditure para magamit na to siya is subsidies to LGUs. Pag-abot sa ato ang bag-o nga ordinansa nga naghatag og bag-o nga guidelines, dili na pwede ang paggamit sa subsidies to LGUs as object of expenditure. So ang nabilin karon is 26 million. That's portion of 20 million. That is actually portion of the 26 nga dili na nato ma-implement because of that restriction. Ato siyang ibalik sa panudlanan para atong i-modify ang iyang object of expenditure. So dili siya over and above, but it's just a portion of the original nga can no longer be implemented. Gipangitaan natog pamaagi para ma-implement in accordance with the law.
Ngano wala na lang siya gi-revert, sir?
Well, that's the process that we are doing. We reverted the fund to reappropriate with applicable object of expenditure. Kanabang item gani
Opo,
nato
item
nga
number.
basihan asa sa naka-code para nato gamiton.
Yes.
So motoy ato lang gi-correct. So gi-revert, ang process is gi-revert nato ang fund kay naaman ang fund as naa ang budget as per appropriation ordinance. Di lang nato siya ma-implement. So i-revert nato siya kay ato ang utrohon ang iyahang object of expenditure sumala sa requirement sa bag-o nga balaod. Ibalik na pud nato to nga amount.
Sir, ngano man kailangan nato mag-revert from other funds para ma-fund ning additional nga 20 million kung naman tay existing appropriation ordinance a total of 26 million for this daan?
Mr. Chair, wala ta nag-revert from other sources. It's the same source, which is the 26, nga dili na nato siya ma-implement. So, gi-revert nato para mautro or ma-plastar ang correct niya nga object of expenditure. Wala tay other source. It's the same source.
Last, Mr. Chair. Kung unsa tong gi-revertan nga para ani na mga barangay, maupod ba gihapon ang padulngan?
Mr. Chair, of course, tanan barangays gihapon siya kay naamanay allotment no per barangay which is 1 million for the soft. So sa ilang 1 million distributed as 50% for functionaries, 40% for their committee works, and 10% for their barangay operations. So dito gihapon na walay lain
Walay
nga
mabawasan.
beneficiary dito na sa ila hatanan kay mao man na ang allotment para sa ila.
Walay mabawasan na barangay,
Wala.
sir.
Again, ang modification lang yun is on the object of expenditure. It's the same program, the same amount nga nabilin, o the same barangays, 26 barangays ang naay take ana niya kay maoy naay allotment.
For the record, Mr. Chair, as I finish my question to our city planning, kadtong mga i-revert nga budget, mabalik daw gihapon to the specific barangay pero lahi na ang implementing office. So these are the follows. These are some only of the budgets na i-revert. Barangay Badas para unta sa construction of pavement sa Purok Kadayawan, 1 million ang kwaon sa ilahang nga budget. Barangay Bubon, construction para sa ilang multipurpose building, kuaan og 1 million nga budget. Barangay Buso, barangay water system drilling project sa Purok Rosal, kuaan ang 1 million sa water supply system. Barangay Kabuaya, construction of drainage system at Purok Talisay and Lower Barrio, Barangay Kabuaya, kuaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Central, installation of water system at Purok Jingleville, Capitol, Barangay Central. Katong para sa patubig ya sa Capitol, kuaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Kulian, installation sa solar lights para sa 17 kapurok sa Barangay Kulian, kuaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Dahican, purchase sa rescue vehicle, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Danao, installation of solar light para sa Danao, sa Purok 3 ug 6, ang pinakaduglom na area sa Danao, kuhaon ang 1 million pesos. Barangay Dawan, construction of line canal at barangay site, Barangay Dawan, kuhaan og 1 million pesos ang road network. For Barangay Don Enrique Lopez, pang-purchase sa ilang dump truck para sa ilang basura, garbage collection, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Don Salvador Lopez, installation solar studs sa Kadulom, 1 million pesos gyapon ang kuhaon. Barangay Langka, construction para sa kalsada, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Lawigan, land acquisition for sports center, katong sports center nga gina-promise sa mga bata dito, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Libodon, construction of flood control, riffraff para sa Purok 2 ug 3, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Luban, installation sa ilahang canopy, taklob sa covered court, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Makambol, construction sa ilang patubig sa Sitio Magom, Sitio Banloton, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Mamali, purchase of lot road exit 500 meters, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Matiaw, purchase sa dump truck para sa basura, mo'y mga reklamo dito kanunay, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Mayo, para sa ilang kanal, 1 million pesos again. Barangay Signs, multipurpose dalan sa Purok Kalinaw, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Sanghay, land acquisition for agricultural trading, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Tagabakid, lot purchase para sa ilahang palengke nga gusto ipabutang, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Tagbinunga, water system rehabilitation, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Tagibo, katong ilang footbridge, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. Barangay Tamisan, katong para sa ilang culvert nga gina-request, kuhaan og 1 million pesos. And additional to that, katong barangay integration and development action strengthening. Again, ingon ni Sir Josh Purgatorio, wala daw angay kabalakan, kay maski pag i-revert ni siya, it would go to the same item na para gihapon sa mga mga barangayan. Well, I hope it is true to what have we discussed today. Kung unsa to nga mga barangay ang ipangkuaan og mga funding nga tidag 1 million each, Unta mao gihapon ang kapadulngan kung asa nga mga barangay ug kinsa nga mga tao, no matter kinsa ang politiko nga nakalingkod, no matter kinsa ang mag-implement, mao lang ang amo ang hangyo and gusto gi-clarify diri kay dako-dako ang ikuha sa ilaha nga budget which is 1 million each kay mag-change og implementing office. That would be all, Mr. Chair and Sir Josh Purgatorio. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Campos. Do you have any comments, Sir Josh?
Final word, Mr. Chair. It's assured and guaranteed that the 1 million allotment per barangay remains 1 million in as far as this programming is concerned.
Thank you, Sir Josh. Are there any more questions from the members? If there are none, Honorable Capinia is recognized again.
Thank you very much. Maybe there are more observations.
Are there any more observations by the members?
Honorable Fabio, for any manifestation, any observations? So, the request earlier that in the proposed supplemental budget, we will allow only the items requested in the budget of health and
Sige lang, we are still in the annual investment program. No? 164 pa man ta.
164. So, Councilor Roger Fabio. Wala.
Honorable Fabio is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Put on the record that the proposed supplemental number 3, the stacking of this special session, I would like to emphasize that the savings per resolution number 06, the amounting to 10,062,220 pesos. And also, the special health funds from the local health board, as per resolution number 17, the amounting to 9,659. 9,659,573.50, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Honorable Fabio. Your comments will be noted later when we tackle communication 165. We are still 165. Yeah. We are still in 164. We are still in 164.
Thank
Honorable
you.
Capinia is recognized.
So, any more queries with regards to communication number 164?
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Miones.
Before we proceed, Mr. Chair, I move first for the lifting of the suspended officers.
Committee as a whole.
Dili na. Nakuha naman ka.
Adoption pa ta.
Mr.
Please
Chair,
proceed.
I now move for the adoption of the committee as a whole recommendation as requested in communication number 164-2025. I do so move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Capinia for the adoption of a committee as a whole recommendation for communication 164. Any members to second this? Seconded by Honorable Dayang Hirang. Are there any objections or discussions? If there are none, communication 165, the motion is carried. Please proceed, Honorable Capinia, with communication number 165.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Sorry, I stand corrected. 164 itong ganina. Now we're on 165.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of this august body, the floor now is open for any queries with regards to communication number 165-2025.
Thank you. The floor is now open for any queries regarding communication 165 regarding 3 resolutions. Honorable Fabio.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. So, just only a clarification. The item number 3 is not supposed to be to adopt this.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Only
Honorable
I-
Capina is moving for the adoption of a committee as a whole
One and two.
recommendation for items 1 and 2 or resolution number 5 and 6.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So there's a motion. Are there any other discussions? Honorable Campos.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to clarify for the entire communication 165, are we gonna adopt the 3 resolutions?
Honorable Capina's clarification is moving for the adoption of resolution number 5 and 6 only.
5 and 6, Mr. Chair, I'm sorry because the resolutions given to me don't have numbers. So number 5 is the 10 million.
Honorable Capina, there's a
Yes.
question from the Honorable Campos.
Which ones? I don't have numbers on my resolution given.
Thank you, Honorable Campos. And
But there's the title of the resolution.
the
May I know the amounts of the resolution, sir?
Please.
Thank you, Councilor Sheena. Resolution number 5, series of 2025, a resolution recommending to the local chief executive the internal guidelines for the grant of medical allowance to LGU City of Mati employees beginning fiscal year 2025. And resolution number 6, a resolution recommending to the local chief executive to request for the approval of the Sangguniang Panglungsod to declare the here-instated current year appropriations in the total amount of 10,062,226 to savings. Those 2 resolutions only that we are going to adopt. Resolution number 5 and resolution number 6.
Okay. Can I ask Mr. Chair, regarding resolution number 06, 05 we don't have problem because there is no amount stated kung pila. Resolution number 6 na ay amount nga i-savings, 10 million pesos para i-savings. Both pasabot, na excess nga kwarta nga 10 million nga i-savings para magamit sa lain nga mga butang. Now, under this reversion, since namitingan man ni sa city budget and treasurer and CPDC and city accounting and city building and our proponent, I'd like to ask Mr. Chair about this item worth 1.7 million pesos, land acquisition access road to Botanical Garden. 1.7 million. Ngano kwaon ang pangpalit sa access road sa Botanical Garden, sir?
Okay, there's a query by the Honorable Campos about the item in resolution number 6.
And also, additional to that, wala di ay access road ang Botanical Garden. I mean, it is a public funded na project gidevelop sa kwarta sa katawhan sa syudad sa Mati, and then wala di ay siya access road. Now na ay budget nga 1.7 million para palitan og access road, gikuha ang 1.7 million. So what is the reason behind, or basin speculation lang nako na idalan? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There's a question by the Honorable Campos. We are still under suspended House rules. Resource persons or Honorable Capina can answer.
Thank you very much. I believe, Mr. Chair, the implementing agencies of our local government unit has exact knowledge with regards to the query of Councilor Sheena Campos. So with this, Mr. Chair, may I request either Sir Josh Purgatorio or our budget officer, Ma'am Yaying, to give an explanation with regards to the query of Councilor Sheena Campos, Mr. Chair.
Anyone?
Yes.
Sir Josh, welcome again sa ating session floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. On the first question with regards to whether or not there is an access road, there is an access road, only that it is not a government-owned. So when the project was implemented, simultaneously the negotiation of that proposed road to be acquired, gihimo siya. No? However, niabot sa time nga dili mosugot ang one of the parties. In fact, that access road, proposed access road going to that facility is already submitted to the Department of Tourism as our proposal for a tourism investment. Only that we have a challenge with regards to the ownership of the road, kay private man ang existing or access road. So comes the negotiation again of the parties involved for the proposed road, but until this time, party involved has not submitted to the so-called agreement that they're going to sell that particular portion of their property. That is why we included in the previous supplemental budget, Ma'am Yaing, supplemental budget of 1.7 million. Supplemental budget number 2. I think it's number 2. And until now, it cannot be implemented. And that is why it is considered as a possible source of fund. But as to the budgeting and the reversion of that particular item, Ma'am Yaing can actually provide more details. Again, I would like to reiterate, there is an access road, only that it is a private road. Hence, the city for several years attempted to negotiate the acquisition of that particular road. That is why we proposed for funding in the previous supplemental budget. Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Josh. Are there any follow-up questions?
Kodto, sir, first and foremost, we used the fund of the government, kwarta sa katawhan, to invest in a botanical garden sa hilit nga lugar nga walay dalan in the first place. I think it is a result of negligence and poor planning, Mr. Chair. Naanay investment dito, pila gay itong value sa kuan, botanical, 20 million, and then wala day access road, pero ning ingon nga nay access road, pero private. Dili na access road. Naaba mo'y agreement with the owner nga ipagamit na for pila ka years bago ta nagsugod dito og building og mag-project anang botanical garden. Sayang kayong kwarta sa katawhan, not only nga wala nagadagan ang botanical garden karon, but also because gisugdan na nga project nga wala di ay dalan in the first place.
Thank you, Honorable Campos. Does anyone from the planning office or budget office care to answer the query of Honorable Campos? Yes, Sir Josh.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That is why the existing road there was temporarily used during the construction of the component facilities of the entire botanical garden. And simultaneously, there was a negotiation initiated for the purpose in order to acquire. For the meantime, actually, the project is still ongoing. It cannot be completed in one shot. It's a phase-to-phase, phase-by-phase improvement of the entire facility. So part and parcel of the deliverables in the area is actually on the negotiation and acquisition of that access road, so that when the time that the facility will be open for public consumption, there would be a fresh access, publicly owned, no longer a privately owned access. That road existing there is actually the road identified or used by the neighborhoods. Ilahara gyud na siyang access road. So we used that temporarily. Wala pa may hinoy restriction nga dili pwede mo agi while we are developing the site. That is why ginaparallel ang pag-negotiate sa acquisition of the better access road, kay duha or tulo na ang area nga gi-consider, and until this moment wala ma-close no ang negotiation with regards to the acquisition, either in the form of donation sell, or maybe the last recourse would be an expropriation proceeding should warrant. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Josh. Are there any follow-up questions?
Mr. Chair, ang gigamit na access road dito karon wala pa daw nagbawal nga paagian. So pwede paagian. Pero as a landowner myself, dili pasabot na wala mo gibawalan mo agi diha, mag-agi-agi na mo. Kay private man siya in the first place. Given nga wala nagbawal, dit pasabot nga dili illegal ang ginabuhat. And by the way, Mr. Chair, naa naman ni nabuhat na ang project na worth 20 million sa Botanical Garden na wala na gamit, wala na utilize sa katawhan, wala na himong tourist spot, and wala nakakwarta ang gobyerno pabalik. So wala na puslan sa mga tao. But this is a lesson for all of us and to the incoming term and to the next city planning or next city budget officer na we should check and balances. Seryosoho nato ang trabaho as politiko. Because if i-run through nimo ni sa Commission on Audit ba, sa regulations and guidelines, nag-disburse ka og public project without proper site validation. Wala ka nagtanaw sa benepisyo sa publiko. Buot pasabot, ang previous admin or kinsa ang nag-approve ani, approve lang, maski walay dalan nga agianan, wala man lang nila gi-check nga wala day agianan pampubliko in the first place. And also, sayang kaayo ang lack of access. Dili pod, I don't know kung ma-expropriate or not, but I can see that this botanical garden is a total waste of government fund and money sa mga tao. Mo ni ang nasayang. 20 million, we could have utilized this for social services, soft projects, sa namatayan, nasakit, tambal, what have you. But we chose to prioritize this 20 million worth of botanical garden na walay pulos, wala gani day dalan in the first place. Bantog ra po di ay, dili magamit, kay walay dalan in the first place. And with that, Mr. Chair, I would just like to clarify, kaning 1.7 million nga dapat sa botanical garden, gi-pull out og balik para pang-acquire og road. Ingon, dili mosugot ang tag-iya nga ibaligya. Is this the same road access ang paliton unta og 1.7 million og dili mosugot ang mga tag-iya?
Thank you. There's a query by the Honorable Campos.
Yes.
Sir Josh.
I think, Mr. Chair, it's the same road. Actually, there are 3 access roads being identified, but considering the terrain, there are also considerations in the property. I just do not have the details of the owners of these properties, but it is one of the closest route from Kulian to the Botanical Garden.
Thank you, Sir Josh. Are there any follow-up questions, Honorable Campos?
Katulang, Mr. Chair, since naa naman utay budget 1.7 million to acquire a road access para magamit og dili masayang ang kwarta sa katawhan nga 20 million nga giuna og invest, I would like to appeal to the owners as well. If this is true, nga katong access unta na ginagamit paliton unta og 1.7 million, I hope this is true ha, nga dili mosugot ang tag-iya na ibaligya ang dalan. If it's okay also soon with our committee chairman on housing, to my bossing the incoming board member, Dayang Hirang, if it's okay, mapatawag nato ang tag-iya. Kay nganong 1.7 million na gi-offer lang sa dalan nga ginagamit naman unta, wala nila gihatag. Although ilan ang katungod kay ilaha man na. Pero I would really like to clarify, nganong di sila musugot nga 1.7 million ang i-offer sa dalan nga ginagamit na dugay na. Because maybe, just maybe, basining sugot sila, wala lang sila kabaluan eh. Or I would like to clarify, kung Kaning 1.7 million, nigbalibad bagyod sila ani nga amount para lang ato nga dalan. That would be all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Campos. Are there any further discussions by the members, from the members? If there are none, please proceed, Honorable Capinia.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. Mr. Chair, I believe there are no queries with regards to communication number 165-2025.
Honorable Campos.
I would like to clarify, no, not a clarification, not an objection or anything. I would just like to say it for the record. Kaning i-revert na amount na 10 million, morning kwarta nga gikuha, kay wala kuno magamit. So what are this? Police Auxiliary Service Program. So ang Police Auxiliary na apay sobra nga 300,000 almost, wala daw nagamit. Peace and Public Security Step-Up Program, na apay 127,000 nga kwaon og balik sa gobyerno kay wa daw gigamit. Sustained Surveillance on Peace and Order Situation Program, na apay 71,500 kwaon. Parks Management and Security Services Program and Tourism Destination, 258,000 kuhaon. If you think about it ba, daghan kayo peace and public security diri nga mga budget, kauman ang atuang mga public safety halos way bagong nga uniforme. Tas daghan dai sila sobrang nga mga kwarta diri, halos 500,000. Environmental protection against illegal logging, exploitation of forest, marine wildlife, illegal mining, kwao ng 586,000. Peace and Development Initiative, kwao ng 272,000. Community Development Program para gihapon sa peace and order, kwao ng 96,000. Deputation and Deployment of Public Safety Personnel, na apa mo'y sobra 29,000. Kwao ni balik sa gobyerno, kay wala kuno ninyo nagamit, kay sobra-sobra siguro inyong funding. Ambot lang. Establishment and Operation of Peace and Public Security Office, na gihapoy sobra 54,000. Napamanday mo'y budget. Multi-sectoral and multi-level consultative program on peace and development, peace gihapon, 1.8 million pesos ang kwaon. So daghan kaayoy mga peace programs diri sa Mati, daghan kaayoy nagareklamo online nganong shaky ang public safety, shaky ang public service sa security sa Mati. Pero dili tinuod na walay fund ha, kay daghay sobra diri ning kabat og sobra 3 million man siguro ni. And then, ang isa pang gikwaan, Arabic instruction sa Muslim Community Empowerment Program. 590,000 ang gikuha para sa Muslim Community Empowerment Program or kanang mga naga-instruction og Arabic. So daghan pa day excess no, nakuha ang 590 kay wala na utilize, wala na gamit, bot pasabot, sobra-sobra kuno. And then the last is the land acquisition, katuuntang para sa dalan sa Botanical Garden ang 1.7 million, gibalik sa panudlanan kay tungod dili mapalit kay wa napalit kay wa daw ni sugot ang tag-iya. Oy, napaday last sa likod, Veterinary Office, Establishment of Incinerator Facility, Motor Vehicle, 1.6 million, 1.660 million iuli sa panudlanan kay wala magamit. Pero magpadugpound ka, why sakyanan, why gasolina. Pero iuli ang 1.6 million. That would be all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Campos. Are there any further questions from the members? If there are none, please proceed, Honorable Capinia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Honorable Campos, for the observation. Mr. Chair, I believe there are no queries with regards to the request of the adoption of two resolutions, number 5 and 6, as requested in communication number 165-2025. I now move for the committee as a whole recommendation, Mr. Chair. I do so move.
Thank you. There is a motion by the Honorable Capinia for the adoption of a committee as a whole recommendation for resolution number 5 and resolution number 6 under communication number 165. Do any member second his motion? Seconded by Honorable Pabio, Honorable Dayang Hirang, all the members. If there are any discussions or objections, if there are no objections, these motions are carried. A few minutes recess is declared. Session is resumed. Honorable Miones is recognized.
I move for the conversion of this august body back to plenary and also move for the lifting of the suspended House rules.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Miones for the conversion of this body back into plenary and the lifting of suspended House rules. Do any member second his motion? Seconded by all. We are now back into plenary and the suspended House rules are lifted. Honorable Capinia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I now move for a passage of the resolution for the adoption of communication number 164-2025. I do so move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Capinia for a passage of resolution as stated. Do any member second his motion? Seconded by all the members. If there are no objections, this motion is carried. Please proceed.
I now move for a passage of a resolution for the adoption of the request of our local finance committee, Mr. Chair, resolution number 5 and resolution number 6, as requested in communication number 165-2025 for its adoption. I do so move.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Capinia for a passage of resolution, particularly the adoption of resolution number 5 and resolution number 6 under communication number 165. Members to second his motion. Seconded by all. If there are no objections, this motion is carried. Please proceed to the next item, Mr. Secretary.
For communication number 166, Mr. Chair, as agreed, this will be returned to the Office of the Local Chief Executive for revision, considering that what had been agreed and approved in today's session is the resolution number 06 of the
Communication 165 and number 5.
Local Finance Committee Resolution number 6 based on communication number 165 and communication number 167 since 2025 with subject matter Local Health Board Resolution number 17. So this matter shall be discussed on the next regular session with revision as to the exact amount.
Thank you. Noted. Please proceed to the next item.
Announcement, other matters.
Are there any announcements or other matters? If there are none, please proceed. Honorable Campos. Announcement?
Hangyo, other matters. Kuan, Mr. Chair, since i-discuss nato next panagtapok ang communication number 166 with a specific amount para sa kadong gastuhan sa 10 million og 9 million og 46 million if ever, a total of 65 million, basin pwede para dili ta malangay kay basin mangutana na pud ko og daghan mapasmo ta, kung pwede kadong mga account code or AIP code kuan na lang, magdala na lang mudaan o breakdown.
Noted, Honorable Campos, on your request. But it's
Also
there.
na para Mr. Chair. No matter pilang amount nga ilang i-discuss, whether 9, 10, 46, or the 65 million, I just want a complete attachment and unsang mga breakdown para ato kung unsang mabudgetan. And also, we would like to request a DBM clearance for the alignment of funds because it has come to our knowledge and our legal team advised us that it is needed to have a clearance DI for the alignment of funds or else we might be charged simbako og technical malversation. That is a criminal case that I don't want on my feet. And the next is the breakdown sa project proposal kung asa panggamitan tong gipang revert nga worth 65 million or kung pila ilang i-approve. And the last would be the certificate of the availability of funds. Kung nakabutang next week asa nato gastuhonon, mangayo po ta og certificate nga naagyod na nga kwarta na wa pa magasto. Thank you.
Noted, Honorable Campos. Please take note. Are there any announcements or other matters? If there are none, please proceed to the next item.
Adjournment followed by closing prayer by the Honorable Civiliano.
Honorable Sebelino is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I now move for the adjournment of today's special session.
Thank you. There's a motion by the Honorable Sebelino for the adjournment of today's session, seconded by all. Session adjourned. Please rise for the closing prayer.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, thank you for guiding us throughout today's session. We are grateful for the wisdom, understanding, and cooperation that allowed us to carry our duties with purpose and respect. As we leave this hall, may the decisions we've made bear good fruit in the lives of our fellow Matinians. Remind us always that our work as public servant is not just a responsibility, but a calling, one that demands humility, integrity, and compassion. Continue to bless our city, our leaders, and every person we are called to serve. Keep us grounded in truth, united in vision, and faithful in action. All this we lift up to you with graceful hearts. Amen.